My name is William Carter, and I am 76 years old. I'm not here to impress anyone, and I'm certainly not here to teach lessons. I'm here to tell you my story. A story of how I spent most of my life believing that being busy meant being important, that endless work, endless schedules, and endless obligations would somehow make me matter. And I was wrong. This is the story of how I wasted decades, how I missed the people I loved most, and how I only realized what really mattered when it was almost too late. When I was younger, I thought life was a series of things to do, problems to solve, and responsibilities to carry. I woke up early, rushed to work, dealt with endless demands, came home tired, and went to bed feeling like I had accomplished something meaningful, even when, in truth, I had only been moving from one obligation to another. I had a wife who loved me and children who adored me in their own ways, but I was too busy to notice. I told myself that I was doing it for them, that every late night and missed dinner was a sacrifice in their favor, and I convinced myself that my busyness was proof of my devotion. Yet in reality, my presence was only physical. I was never really there emotionally, never really listening, never really connecting. The days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. I told myself there would be time later, time to truly pay attention, time to slow down, time to notice the people I claimed to love. And of course, later was always tomorrow, always next week, always next year, until decades had passed and life had quietly moved on without me. I thought productivity was a substitute for presence. I measured my value by how much I could do, how many problems I could solve, and how indispensable I could appear to be. But usefulness does not equal love, and being needed does not replace closeness. I was so focused on being important at work and in the eyes of others that I completely forgot the importance of being present at home. I ignored the little things I missed, birthdays, dinners, conversations, and even moments when my children simply wanted to sit with me quietly. I believed these small things didn't matter, but they mattered far more than anything I could ever do to solve someone's problem or pay a bill. And the most painful truth is that those moments don't come back. I thought time was infinite. I believed that there would always be tomorrow, that I could make up for lost attention later. Time does not pause. Time does not wait. And before I realized it, my children had grown. My wife had grown distant, and the house felt empty in ways I could not have imagined when I was rushing from one task to another. Retirement came quietly. At first, it felt like freedom. No more deadlines, no more meetings, no more urgent calls. But then the quiet became deafening. I noticed my phone no longer rang, my calendar was empty, and the house felt far too large for just me. I realized I had spent so much of my life doing things for everyone else that I had forgotten how to simply be with the people I loved. And by the time I understood this, many of the moments I had postponed were already gone forever. I had spent decades proving my usefulness while failing to build connection. I had been physically present but emotionally absent. I had built a life of busyness and efficiency, only to discover that no one remembers what you fixed, what you achieved, or how productive you were. They remember whether you were there, whether you listened, whether you cared enough to truly show up. If you are busy, remember, being busy does not make you important. Being needed does not replace being loved. Show up. Notice. Be present. Because one day, the quiet will arrive, and you will realize that time wasted cannot be returned.